So I decided to make this video. As some of you know, I'm documenting my journey of making money online, that kind of stuff. But one thing I realized, I guess today, but like not just realized, but completely understood, is A, without change, nothing changes, and B, like your environment basically dictates your success. And what I mean by that is the people you're surrounded by, who you spend the most time with, but then also just your environment. Like, is your floor dirty? Like, is your phone sitting on your nightstand right next to you where you can reach it? Like, just little things like that all compound over time. And I guess the mistake I made was I didn't get rid of fixing all of those problems. Well, I did to a point, but then I kind of let things happen again and kind of backtracked. Um, and now I'm at the point where it's kind of just degraded my ability to be productive and get things done, because I always have this sense of, oh, I want to talk to this person, I want to hang out with these people, and also just like I would always put my laptop on the floor right next to my bed, things like that. And it's just become something where I literally just, there's no obstacle between me and just like binge watching YouTube or any of that kind of stuff. Although I don't do it nearly as much as I used to, it is still a problem, because when your mind knows there's something funner to do, or there's something that is less difficult you can be doing when you're supposed to be cold calling, for example, as I've just started cold calling like a day or two ago. And it's turning out pretty garbage, of course, but it's definitely going to improve. And like, I'm just going to keep doing it until I get really good at it, as you should with everything. Um, but just little things like that, I've decided to like laser focus on. Like, this is like the top priority. Every morning when I wake up, the first thing I'm going to do is there any trash? Is there anything I can pick up? That's, I guess, taking initiative too, which is one of my like big things that I was really just going on about. And like, if there's something small, like something laying on the floor, just go pick it up. Like, there's not a big deal. And I think that, combined with just working, when in reality what you're doing is watching YouTube videos, which are technically like you're learning something, but at the same time you also know it's common sense. You know exactly what you should be doing, what time, all of that kind of stuff. You just watching it to feel productive, when in reality you just want to be procrastinating. And I guess a solution to that is just doing it. Like, I've come up with ways to block out completely like different apps, things like that that don't benefit me. So I just decide the day before, okay, this is the time I'm gonna do deep work, and then just a few other things that here and there. I'm gonna start out with like 1 or 2 deep work sessions of about 2 to 3 hours maximum for the first week or so. Really work my way into it, so that then it becomes second nature. Um, I'm even considering like sharing my calendar with my parents so that they can always look, okay, he's busy right now, so don't bother him. Like, I'm even going to discuss that with my parents. And it just, I've recently gotten really just annoyed at how, like, I seem to be doing the inputs, I seem to be doing everything I should be doing, all of that kind of stuff, but there just isn't as much progress as I want there to be. And one thing I realized is, like, it's not about, like, yes, you're working hard on stuff, but it's where you dedicate more time to. Like, what I really should be dedicating my time to is learning sales and then getting more clients. But what I'm really, like, over obsessing about is results of my current clients. I'm always, like, looking at ways to improve that kind of stuff. I've never really been the kind of guy to reach out to someone. I've been more like the back end, kind of figuring things out kind of person. And that's something I need to get over, and it's something I need to work through. And just in general, like, improve that, where like 90% of my time should be going to getting more clients, more money, more like knowledge about like sales, things like that, when what I'm doing is like, most of it is going to, how can I edit this video really well, and then it takes me 3 hours to edit that video, when in reality it should be just like 10-20 minutes. Like, I've even hired an editor, or I guess I pay him per video, but like, I guess like, I hired someone to do editing of the videos that I'm not a specialist in, which are for my short form content client, or for my SMA clients, which require more editing, more like high level editing than like real estate videos, because real estate videos you just clip it up and like make it look cool, that kind of stuff. And those, I've got that nailed down. But this editor takes care of all the fancy edits, probably going to start doing the long form too. So like there's a lot of plans ongoing, but if I can manage to sort that out, automate that, then I buy myself back a bunch of time, which then I can use to reinvest into that same client of how can we get more content out, which is a really big thing that I'm working on. So I guess it's how can you take yourself out of the day-to-day in the business and work on the business rather than in the business. And that's something I've been working on. I really haven't been as disciplined in doing things as I should be recently. And I just reached a point where I'm just tired of it. And like, I know there's a lot that I need to be doing. There's a lot I can be doing. And I've just decided, screw it. I'm just going to do it. Like, I literally set up a system where I literally cannot do anything fun until the work I am supposed to do that day is done. There's no way to turn off, like, if I turn off Discord for all day, there's no way for me to open it again. Like, there's ways I've come up with in order to be able to do that. And now I'm kind of just throwing everything I have into a pile so that it all works together. And of course it does take some setup, maybe like 10 minutes to like schedule everything, plan everything out. But if that is well worth it, when that means all day you just stay on track, laser focused on everything. And like, for example, I've been having problems sleeping, and like sometimes I would go to sleep at 2 a.m., sometimes at like, I don't know, 5 a.m. And not only is that a problem, but also like the quality of work I do if I go sleep that later time also is reduced significantly. And I would still feel like I'm working, so it's not a big deal because you're still getting work done, yada yada. But in reality, it's the quality of work is garbage. I might have to redo it, or I completely screwed something up, or whatever it is. And what I realized is that's just efficiency. So I'm really going through this phase of figuring out problems I'm facing and just writing down solutions, how I'm going to fix it. And then now it's just the implementation phase. I know what's wrong. I know how to fix it. Now it's just time to do it. And that's the big problem that I feel like everyone faces, including myself, of like, you know what to do, you know what it takes to do, you know the time it's going to take, but you just don't do it because, I guess, probably like procrastination or some other crap. But I'm just getting tired of it, and I'm just going to start going all in because I guess in reality that's the only way to achieve everything. Like, I've even set a deadline of, like, at 19 years old, I should be able to move out, go live in a city I've never been to, like, and just fully be self-sustainable. And I'm going to make it a goal of mine to move out as soon as possible because, and, like, as a deadline of, like, 19 years old. That's, like, my deadline. And the reason for that is because, like, yes, I might achieve a certain level of success in business, but without that push to go to the next level of like, I need to get more money, I need to, figure this out. Without that like push of I'm actually on my own, there's just no like real desire to invest in yourself and go all in. And like just thinking about that deadline, I'm sort of like trying to visualize the time I have. And like I'm sort of now like in the panic mode of, damn, I really need to figure this out before that happens, or else I might have to get like a job and then also do this and balance all that. And like if I have to do that, I will. Like, it's gonna be terrible, it's gonna be annoying, it's gonna like drain my energy and all that kind of stuff, but I've decided that's my deadline and I'm gonna stick to it. And we will just see where things go. I've also started posting, or stopped posting daily, because I found that's not nearly as valuable. Weekly or like bi-weekly I find is a lot better to really just make like a more meaningful video. If you don't know, I'm documenting just growing my business. I just recently brought on a third client, but he stopped working with us because he switched niches right after we filmed the short form, long form, all of that kind of stuff. So we had to refilm everything. And then basically the day after we started posting, he called me up and said, hey, we have a lot of internal problems. We need to stop working on content. And I guess it's whatever. He still paid me, and I guess there was a lot of headaches involved with that. But I guess that's part of business, and it wasn't my fault because we literally just started posting like the second piece of content. And then he called me up and said we need to shut the whole thing down. So I guess it is what it is, but like the one thing I did kind of improve is I found an editor, like that pushed me to find an editor because he needed so much content posted, that kind of stuff. And now I'm more equipped and prepared for like helping my existing clients get better results faster. But then I also have an idea of like how to get more clients better. So everything is kind of compounding, and I like to see losses like that as not just a loss, but also an opportunity of like, hey, I gained an editor, I have a little extra money, and I have some insight which I didn't have before, which I'm going to apply to my existing clients to get them better results and also improve myself as a person, as someone who can deliver results to those clients. So that's my rant of the week, I guess. Follow along if you want to, follow along with the journey. Right now I'm at 800 a month. I was at 1600 a month, but then that guy left, stopped working with us, so now I'm back to 800 a month, but doing cold calls now, and I'm just gonna really go all in on this and get it all solved.